Hello and welcome to another wonderful, exciting, thrilling ESOL class. Today we're going to talk about the course of study. We're thinking about college courses, and to set the scene, on your screen you can see the screenshot from the college's prospectus page. More about that later. So our aims today are, we're going to do some reading about courses, we're going to listen for impolite and polite language, and we're going to talk about grammar, particularly had to. What do you remember from last week? Do you remember all of these words? Qualify, prepare, explanations, organisation, discussions, role play, dictation, induction, explain and examinations. I'm sure you do remember them all. Do you remember their definitions? I'll give you a few minutes, so please look at those words. Can you match them up with the definitions on the other side? I'll give you 5. Good. I'm sure you all remembered those. Qualified, to provide with proper or necessary skills. Prepare, to put in proper condition or readiness. Explanations, a meaning or interpretation. Organisation, the state or manner of being organised. Discussions, an act or instance of discussing. Role plays, to assume the attitudes, actions and discourse of another. Dictation, the act or manner of transcribing words uttered by another. Induction, the act of inducting. Introduction, initiation. Explain, to make plain or clear. Examinations, the act or process of testing pupils, candidates, etc., as by questions. These definitions come from dictionary.com, and I'm sure you remember looking those up last week. Right now, we're going to move on to today's work. So, we're going to talk about how to choose a course. Activity A, reading about courses. This diagram, which you can see above my beautiful face here, is the first page of a course guide to a local college. It shows some of the subjects you can study. Like to work in pairs. Well, you probably won't work in pairs because we're all on our own in our houses. However, I'd like to think what kind of things you can learn on each course. Please press pause now and have a think. Say it out loud to yourself. For example, information technology, that's about computers. Okay, your teacher, that's me, will give you some course information. Please match the information to the course titles. Here's the first one. Course A. If you want to become a nursery assistant, this is the course for you. You will learn about caring for very young children, health and safety, and how children learn. Which course is that? That's right. It is, of course, childcare. Look at B. On this course, you will learn about different building trades, including interior and exterior work. This includes bricklaying, roofing, plumbing, electrical wiring, carpentry, and decorating. This course includes 6 weeks work experience. Which one is that? That's right, well done. It's craft skills. That was a tricky one. Next one should be easier. Course C. This course leads to a national qualification. You will learn to organise trips and tours, write reports, and make reservations for travel by coach, train, plane and ship. You will also have the opportunity to take a qualification in another language. You will spend 4 weeks work experience in a local travel agency. A college trip in Europe is possible in the summer. Which course is that? That's right, it's hairdressing. No, it's not hairdressing. That was a joke. It is, of course, travel and tourism. I did that course. I went to Ibiza for the college trip in Europe, and I learned Spanish. Course D. On this course you will study cutting, conditioning, perming and colouring hair. You will learn to use chemicals and treatments safely. You will learn how to deal with customers, reception work and booking appointments. Which course is that? That's right, of course it is hairdressing. Course E. On this course you will study different computer systems and software. You'll also learn how to manage files, create spreadsheets, use databases, word processing, internet and email. Which course is that? You are of course correct. It is information technology. And the one of you who said that I need to go on that course, you're very naughty and cruel. Okay, course F. You must have good numeracy skills to do this course. You will use different sources of information and learn to prepare final accounts. You will also learn to use spreadsheets and some computerized account systems. Previous knowledge of computers is required. You get absolutely no credit at all for realizing that this is, of course, accountancy. This is all, these are some courses. However, if you go to the college website, howcollege.ac.uk, and you click on the courses tab, which is just up here. There you go, the courses tab, and then select prospectuses. Then this page will come up. It will show you a part-time course guide where you can look at all the part-time evening courses and things like that that the college offers. The further education prospectus, where you can attain qualifications like a GNVQ or an A-level, or you can look at the higher education prospectus, which is where you can get qualifications up to a degree level. Okay, so I will ask you to go to that website and look at these courses and look at what real prospectuses look like. And we will talk more about that next time. Let's move on to speaking and listening, particularly listening. This is about giving opinions. Mr. and Mrs. Manzi and their son Ricky are neighbours of the Hameds. You may remember the Hameds, as they were that nice big family who were all going to different schools. They each want to do a course at the college next year. They're discussing which courses to do. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, that's the whole point of the video, is to listen to their conversation. Which courses do they decide to do? So I want you to listen and write down the name of the course next to the name of the person. Mr. Manzi, Mrs. Manzi and Ricky. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Choosing a course, activity B2.
Mum, what do you think about this information technology course?
I think it's really interesting. It teaches all the important things like word processing and the internet.
Yeah, but I know all that and it's boring. I want to study something practical where I can do some work as well.
Yes, it's good for you to do something useful.
What about the craft skills course?
Building work? No, thank you.
I think the sooner you can earn some money, the better.
Well, how do you feel about travel and tourism? You speak Italian, so that will help.
What does it say?
You will organize trips and tours. You can take a qualification in another language, and well, there might be a college trip to Europe.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Dad?
Yes, it sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do the accountancy course. Your mom can do childcare.
I don't think so. I know all about childcare. We have 3 children. I'm doing information technology.
If you would like to rewind that and listen again, that's absolutely fine. By all means do that. I'm about to give you the answers. Mr. Manzi has decided to do an accountancy course dealing with money, ins and outs of money. Big mystery to me. I know about money going out. I have no point of reference for money coming in. Mrs. Manzi has decided to do, she said it just at the end, information technology. And good old Ricky, he didn't want to do IT, information technology. He didn't want to do crafts because he didn't want to do building work. Instead, he chose to do travel and tourism. Okay. So let's move on. I'd like you to listen to that again. Oh no, not again. Yes, again. And this time, what phrases do they use to ask for opinions or to agree or disagree? I'd like you to complete the sentences from the conversation. So listen and complete the sentences. Here we go.
Choosing a course, activity B2.
Mum, what do you think about this information technology course?
I think it's really interesting. It teaches all the important things like word processing and the internet.
Yeah, but I know all that and it's boring. I want to study something practical where I can do some work as well.
Yes, it's good for you to do something useful.
What about the craft skills course?
Building work? No, thank you.
I think the sooner you can earn some money, the better.
Well, how do you feel about travel and tourism? You speak Italian, so that will help.
What does it say?
You will organize trips and tours. You can take a qualification in another language, and well, there might be a college trip to Europe.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Dad?
Yes, it sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do the accountancy course. Your mom can do childcare.
I don't think so. I know all about childcare. We have 3 children. I'm doing information technology.
Okay, so what did you hear? If you would like to pause and rewind and listen to that again, that's okay. Right now, I'm going to give you the answers. Ricky said, Mum, what do you think about this information technology course? It's a good way to ask for someone's opinion. What do you think about climate change? What do you think about Brexit? What do you think about coronavirus, going back to school, going back to college. Mrs. Manzi says, I think it's really interesting. That is a good response when you want to give your opinion. I think Brexit's a good idea. I think Brexit's a stupid idea. I think you're giving your opinion. Mrs. Manzi asks about the craft skill course. What about the craft skill course? Notice, this is an overused phrase by ESOL students. What about is a good way to continue a conversation. It is a bad way to start a conversation. So if you go up to someone and say, hey, what about Brexit? They will probably say, yes, what about Brexit? You need to give a little bit more clarity. So if the conversation is about the economy, and you're talking about the economy, well, what about Brexit? The question you're asking is, how will Brexit affect the economy? If it's talking about the coronavirus and the rate of infection, and you're talking about going back to school, if you just go up to someone in the pub one night and say, hey, what about going back to school? They will probably hit you in the face because they might think you're telling them to go back to school because their grammar is bad. If you are in the middle of a conversation about the COVID-19 crisis, and you're saying it's the rate of infection is still too high to go back to school, to go back to work, and they might then say, what about going back to school? You see, what about is for something that is already introduced. I've spoken about that for too long. Let's move on. Mrs. Manzi then gives a second suggestion. Well, how do you feel about travel and tourism? Another good way to ask for an opinion. Ricky thinks, yes, I like that. What do you think, Dad? Mr. Manzi, who is very keen to get his son out of the house and into some sort of education and work, says, yes, it sounds like a good idea. Mrs. Manzi does not like her husband's suggestion of doing a course on childcare, and I don't think she wants any more children because they already have 3 and she doesn't want to study childcare. She says, I don't think so. So these are good ways to agree, disagree, and ask for opinions. These are skills that you will need to use in your exam. If we ever get back to college to do an exam, that will happen. So here's Mr. Hamid. Mr. Hamid wants to study ESOL part-time. He wants some information about part-time courses. He tries to phone his local adult education centre. I hope none of you have had this experience phoning the college. Please listen and just sit back and listen.
Phoning about a course. Activity A1. Call 1.
Oh no, it's busy again.
Call 2.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want ESOL classes, please.
What? Sorry, I don't understand. Can you say that again, please?
Yes, I want English classes, please.
Okay, English classes. Right. Is that for GCSE or A-level English?
No.
Oh, so you want degree courses then? You need to contact a university. Goodbye.
Call 3.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want English for speakers of other languages, please.
I'm sorry, we don't sell sandwiches. This is adult education, not a cafe.
Huh?
Call 4.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
Yes, English classes. Is that for A-level English?
No, it's not. It's for people who speak other languages. ESOL, please.
Oh, I see. Do you want full or part-time?
Part-time.
Okay, I'm putting you through now.
Hello, ESOL full-time courses.
Oh, no. I want part-time ESOL courses, please.
Oh, you'll have to phone extension 378.
Extension 378?
Yes, that's right. Goodbye.
Oh,
Poor old Mr. Hamid. He's not feeling happy now, is he? Let's look. What problems does Mr. Hamid have each time? I'm going to ask you to listen again. No, not again. Yes, this again. This time take notes. What problems does Mr. Hamid have each time? He calls 4 times. 4 times. So listen carefully. Here we go.
Phoning about a course. Activity A1. Call 1.
oh no, it's busy again.
Call 2.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want ESOL classes, please.
What? Sorry, I don't understand. Can you say that again, please?
Yes, I want English classes, please.
Okay, English classes. Right. Is that for GCSE or A-level English?
No.
Oh, so you want degree courses then? You need to contact a university. Goodbye.
Call 3.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want English for speakers of other languages, please.
I'm sorry, we don't sell sandwiches. This is adult education, not a cafe.
Huh?
Call 4.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
Yes, English classes. Is that for A-level English?
No, it's not. It's for people who speak other languages. ESOL, please.
Oh, I see. Do you want full or part-time?
Part-time.
Okay, I'm putting you through now.
Hello, ESOL full-time courses.
Oh, no. I want part-time ESOL courses, please.
Oh, you'll have to phone extension 378.
Extension 378?
Yes, that's right. Goodbye.
Oh,
Oh dear. So the problems were, first call was, if you want to rewind now and listen again, that's fine. I'm going to give you the answers. First call was engaged. The second call, the receptionist doesn't know and is decidedly unhelpful. The third call, the guy is speaking too fast. Mr. Hamid is speaking too fast, but the receptionist is not helpful. Finally, on the fourth call, he gets through to a useful department, but it's the wrong department. It's full-time instead of part-time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, how does Mr. Hamid feel at the end of those telephone calls? I think you'll agree that he sounds frustrated and annoyed. How can you tell he sounds frustrated and annoyed? I'd like you to listen to the tone of voice and stress in the sentences. These can show how we feel. So, what happens to the voice in each of these sentences, and which sentence sounds polite? Listen.
Phoning about a course. Activity A3. I'd like some information about English classes, please. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
Listen again.
Phoning about a course. Activity A3. I'd like some information about English classes, please. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
The first one sounds more polite. The voice tone goes down at the end. Instead, when you get stressed, you want to make a question more pointed, you'll raise the voice to the end at the end, and that's a good way to sound impolite. But you, my lovely class, I know that you want to be polite all the time, so I'm giving you some hints on how to do that. The voice goes down at the end. So, I'd like you to listen to Mr. Hamed's phone calls again. I'd like you to mark these sentences. P for polite, I for impolite. Listen again.
Phoning about a course. Activity A1. Call 1.
Oh no, it's busy again.
Call 2.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want ESOL classes, please.
What? Sorry, I don't understand. Can you say that again, please?
Yes, I want English classes, please.
Okay, English classes, right. Is that for GCSE or A-level English?
No.
Oh, so you want degree courses then? You need to contact a university. Goodbye.
Call 3.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want English for speakers of other languages, please.
I'm sorry, we don't sell sandwiches. This is adult education, not a cafe.
Huh?
Call 4.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
Yes, English classes. Is that for A-level English?
No, it's not. It's for people who speak other languages. ESOL, please.
Oh, I see. Do you want full or part-time?
Part-time.
Okay, I'm putting you through now.
Hello, ESOL full-time courses.
Oh no. I want part-time ESOL courses, please.
Oh, you'll have to phone extension 378.
Extension 378?
Yes, that's right. Goodbye.
Oh.
Poor old Mr. Hamed. So, what did you think? Feel free to go back, rewind, listen again. I'm going to tell you the answers. Yes, I want English classes, please.
Phoning about a course. Activity A1. Call 1. Phoning about a course. Phoning about a course. Activity A1. Call 1.
Sorry, we'll just have to keep listening.
Oh no, it's busy again.
Call 2.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want ESOL classes, please.
What? Sorry, I don't understand. Can you say that again, please?
Yes, I want English classes, please.
Okay, English classes, right. Is that for GCSE or A-level English?
No.
Oh, so you want degree courses then? You need to contact a university. Goodbye.
Call 3.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I want English for speakers of other languages, please.
I'm sorry, we don't sell sandwiches. This is adult education, not a cafe.
Huh?
That was polite.
Call 4.
He was polite. she wasn't.
Hello, City Adult Education Centre. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'd like some information about English classes, please.
Yes, English classes. Is that for A-level English?
No, it's not. It's for people who speak other languages. ESOL, please.
Oh, I see. Do you want full or part-time?
Part-time.
Okay, I'm putting you through now.
Hello, ESOL full-time courses.
Oh no. I want part-time ESOL courses, please.
Oh, you'll have to phone extension 378.
Extension 378?
Yes, that's right. Goodbye.
Oh.
So as you heard, the first few sentences were polite. Yes, I want English classes, please. He's calm, he's measured, he's polite. I want English for speakers of other languages, please. Going down at the end, he's polite. I'd like some information about English classes, please. And then he just gets angry and annoyed, and it all goes wrong. It's for people who speak other languages. ESOL, please. I want part-time ESOL courses, please. And he's getting angry, he's getting annoyed, the voice is going up at the end. Don't do that. It's never a good way to get results. I would like you to practice these sentences with polite intonation. If you have someone there with you, that's probably best. If you don't, then feel free to record it for me to listen to, or just do it on your own and listen. Record it back so you can play it back to yourself. Here we go. Now, when Mr. Hamid tells Mrs. Hamid about his problems on the telephone, he says, I had to phone the Adult Education Centre 4 times yesterday. Oh. What tense is had to? Look at this box. In the present tense, are you, we, they have to or don't have to work? He, she has to or doesn't have to work. In the past, are you, we, they had to or didn't have to? In fact, are you, he, she, we, they, all of them, had to or didn't have to work? So obviously, I hope it's obvious, had to is past tense. Look at this next slide. I've taken these slides from a website called SlideShare, and so the website is there on the screen for you, just there. So feel free to check that out in the original. Had to plus infinitive. He had to eat the veggies to go out. I was in space. Oh no, he's Russian, isn't it? I'm not going to attempt a Russian accent. I was in space for 5 months. I had to bathe with a sponge. I had to bathe with a sponge. The interrogative, that is the question form. Did you have to finish? Notice it goes back to have to because the past is all in that lovely little auxiliary did. Did you have to study hard to pass the exam? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Perhaps you remember our discussion of the superverb, protecting the virgin verb, or infinitive. Did he have to buy fruits? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Could and couldn't express ability or lack of ability in the past. The weather was bad yesterday. We couldn't go to the playground. Sorry, weather is spelt badly. Like I said, I didn't write these slides. Perhaps I should have. 4 years ago, Teresa couldn't ride her bicycle. Today she can. Could and couldn't are the past tense of can and can't. So let's practice that quickly. Please pause the video here, look at these sentences and put in the correct form of have to, had to or could. That will include negatives. Well done. And now, some years ago, I couldn't speak English. Now I speak it fluently. I have to study hard. Tomorrow is my maths exam. Present tense. I have to study hard today. Diana couldn't come early. She missed the bus. Poor old Diana. Last year I had to pass the flyers exam. Sarah has to work until 7 o'clock today. Notice that. Has to today, had to last year or yesterday. Now we have interrogative, that is the question form. Did Jerry have to play the guitar in the concert last week? Well done. So our aims today were to do some reading about courses, which you did, to listen for some polite or impolite language, and to practice some grammar with grammar had to. But you're not satisfied with that. You want more. You want homework. So just for you, you who are so excited about homework, here it comes. That's right, homework time. And remember I said that we would go back to these prospectuses later. Here's later. Please look at the How College prospectus. That is the one found at www.howcollege.ac.uk/courses/prospectuses, and choose an interesting course for you. I suggest starting with the part-time course guide. They're usually the more creative, educational, not educational, but yes, educational, but the more fun courses. I've taught a number of part-time course guides, part-time courses. I taught Spanish, I taught salsa at How College. I'd like you please to write 3 to 5 sentences about what it is, so describe it in your own words, don't copy and paste from the prospectus, please, and why it interests you. So perhaps you want to learn to cook, so there's a cookery class, and perhaps you want to say that you want to learn to cook so you can feed your family better, or perhaps you want to learn to cook because you want to bake better cakes, or perhaps you want to learn to cook, you don't really care about learning to cook, but you want to get out and meet people. I don't know. The second piece of homework is please think about last week and write 3 to 5 sentences about things you and your friends had to do and didn't have to do last week. And please send this work to my email, tskinner@howcollege.ac.uk, and please do that by the end of the weekend so that I can mark it, put it into PowerPoint, and we can discuss it together on Tuesday in a Teams meeting. I didn't have very many people come to my Teams meeting this week. In fact, nobody came to my Teams meeting this week, which meant I was sitting on the computer feeling very lonely and very sad. So please come come and keep me company on Tuesday, because otherwise I'll be all on my own again and I'll cry. I won't actually cry, but I would like you to come, please. Okay, thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.